Tool Time. Tools, reviews, and stories. From techs that you can trust.
This week's episode brought to you by CBD Direct. It's not marijuana, kids. It's CBD. Perfectly legal and helps with your aches and pains.
And by B&D Tools, home of the edge pliers, making life easier for techs all around the globe.
And by Hog Glue and Hog Tabs, making your life a lot easier glue pulling.
Wonderful. How's everyone doing today?
Awesome, man.
Killing it.
Well, welcome to
I had a relaxing day.
Another episode of PDR Tool Time, episode 179, with your hosts Vince D'Alessandro, John Renstrom, and Daniel Grom.
Yay.
Now, I didn't push any dents today, so how was your guys' dent day?
It was going great until I broke a backup camera.
Oh, a backup camera. How do you break one of those?
$200. $200 to make me holla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
hurts.
not fun. Luckily, it was an $829 job, so at least I still came out on top.
But that still hurts.
Yeah, no,
Still
never good. And you know, it was my fault. I should have taken it off. I got lazy.
Yeah.
I thought I could work around it, and it was just my pure laziness. Had two little screws that I had to take out to pull it out to the side, and I didn't do it. So let that be a lesson to you, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Don't take shortcuts.
Don't take a shortcut.
Don't do stupid stuff.
But stuff
And you did it.
teaches me that
Yeah.
every week, and I did stupid
Drilled
stuff.
in your brain, and you
Why did
still
I do the
did
stupid
it.
stuff?
Yeah. Well, you know what? We got an action-packed show, so we probably should jump right into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
We got a
man.
few people that we got to call.
Yep.
First, you know what? I've been wanting to bring him on the show for quite some time now. You know, we know the guy's out on the hail trail doing hail damage. You guys know this guy. He shows up at your shop he's like the Santa Claus.
It's
right?
Santa Claus. The tool man is here. The tool man is here.
Yeah. So I want to bring Michael Biggs on from Anson PDR Tool Van.
Now, I've never experienced that, him driving up. Now, have you experienced that, John, with the tool van driving up like that?
Yes. That's now the first time I met Biggs was down at Anson's facility, but
like on the hail trail, have you ever had
yeah,
him drive up?
that's how I actually met Chris the first time in Wyoming.
Oh.
And how did it feel? Tool van
it's-
showing up with PDR tools.
Well, it was like a relief. You know, I used to have a body shop, so I was used to like Snap-on and those guys showing up. But then, man, they show up and it's like the ultimate candy store. And that was way before the vans that they have now. So now when I see them in the vans, it's it's like, woo, I got to get in there, and then I have to touch everything, and just like when I'm in Anson.
Well, let's do this. Let's call him so we could kind of reminisce on stuff like this here. I don't know if he's going to answer. He's probably sitting in a hotel room. He's known for if you ever have to stay with Biggs in a room, he carries a box fan with him everywhere. So he runs hot, I guess. So we'll have to ask him about that too. Let's see if he's going to answer. He's somewhere wandering around the U.S.
What?
Biggs.
What are you saying?
What do you, nothing.
We're talking about you.
Bad about me, aren't you?
Watch your language, sir. You're live.
That's what I figured. Talking smack about me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we were talking about your box fan right before you picked on there. We were talking about how you run hot.
Don't talk about my fan. My fan is my fan. That's my partner.
You're the
How y'all
hottest
doing?
man out on the trail.
I don't know about that, but we're out here. We're running around.
Where are you at right now? What state?
I'm in Allenstown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, how long?
Boy, you're up there.
How long are you out there for?
I'm actually going to leave here Thursday morning and head out of Allenstown. I got a couple more stops heading back, and then I'm going to go back to the house by Monday, stock up, load up, and then hopefully by next weekend, head up for Denver.
Well, you know what?
Oh.
This doesn't air till Tuesday of next week. So basically, you'll be in Denver next week.
That'll be perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
So how do you decide where to go? How's that come about?
The hail hits.
Follow
God
where it
picks.
hails. I mean, I just like, everybody else, I watch the apps, watch the storms, and when it's really good hail, then we'll give it a week or two so everybody gets there and gets going, and then me and Chris will talk about who's going to go where.
Now, let me ask you this. How many people pay you on the side to find out where the good storms are? Do they slip you a little $100 bill here and there? Hey, where's the good stuff?
They haven't paid me yet, but they'll always ask me, where's something going on? And I was like, I post on Facebook where I'm going. So, because, you get these guys that don't want their honey holes given up, and I'm not giving anybody's honey holes up.
Yeah, you do keep it secret. I got to give that to you and Chris. You guys, you don't spill the beans on the honey holes that are throughout the country.
Yeah, exactly.
So
there's a lot of shops.
Exactly.
So what's flying off the truck this season?
Tequila.
Tequila what?
Tequila glue, tequila glue tab, tequila 7/32, both ratchet handles and standard handles. I just got the pics on a couple of weeks ago. Those are starting to fly off. And then our new tequila door tools, the big door tools. Who am I? I know I'm talking with Vince, but who else is on here?
Daniel Grom and John Renstrom.
Gotcha.
And John Renstrom.
And John Renstrom. And who's John again? I'm kidding.
Right in the feels. Just took that one in the feels.
So with those tequila tabs, are you selling the thumbprint ones or the smooth ones?
Yeah,
What's
the thumbprints are doing really good because guys are wanting to try them out because they keep hearing everybody talk about them. The original tequila blue tabs are still selling like crazy.
Yeah, that's good. And is there a certain size that everyone seems to be using more than others?
Always that 10 millimeter. 10 and 9 millimeter are going to be the number one sales of all.
Yeah,
I like the 10 millimeter smooth one. I mean,
I use them like crazy.
I think
it's a toss up between the 9 and the 12s. Those are usually the two hottest numbers they go for.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're good.
Now I know you don't run into too many door dingers, but door dinger wise, what's some of the tools that you're selling there? Are accessories or certain accessories flying off the shelves too, or no?
Mostly on door dingers, it's usually glue.
Yeah.
Okay. And up here in Pennsylvania, there's quite a few door dingers up here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they bought a ton of glue.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Right on.
So tell us, Biggs. I know before you were a van driver for Anson PDR. You were an R&I technician, weren't you?
12 years, yes, sir.
I heard you were a pretty badass R&I technician. Time to hang up the tool belt, huh?
I could hold my own.
That's good.
I had no problems doing 15, 20 a day.
Nice. And working in the shops with a whole bunch of PDR technicians, I'm sure you've seen some things happen throughout the years, right?
Absolutely.
Well, without naming any names, because we don't, or name names if you really want to call them out. Yeah.
No.
What are some of your top stories of dent technicians out there?
Well, my top stories I cannot repeat. I've sworn secrecy on those. Dent techs like to party.
Yes.
They like to party, and I've been called at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to come pick people up.
From where? Hooters, right?
Among, yeah, you can say that in a roundabout way, yeah.
Yeah. And
the gentleman bar, speakeasies.
Oh, dent guys don't go there, do they?
No.
Oh, never spend $1 at a place like that.
So am I a hail guy? I'm on the road and I want you to show up. Can I call and get you to come see me?
If I'm in the area, yes, sir.
And how do they do that? Do they just call Anson and request from Anson?
Both. What they'll do,
or can they message you?
Yeah, absolutely. Once I put my post up on Facebook. Then I'll tell the guys, where I'm going. And a lot of times it's word of mouth.
If it's like on your way to some other destination, you might stop.
Absolutely.
Do you have a requirement? You have to have at least 2 or 3 guys or something like that?
No. If I'm going right past you, I'll be more than glad to stop.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I'm in California. When you're on the way to Colorado, can you stop and see me?
That one would require a minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
minimum purchase.
You know what?
I thought I'd check.
Biggs did make it.
12,000.
He made it out here last year. He was out here for the Mega Media event in San Diego.
It was year before the very first one.
Yeah, year before. That's right.
Yep.
Chris went to the last one.
Yeah. So I was really surprised that you came past Colorado, past the Rockies. That doesn't happen very often. That was the first time, wasn't it?
For the van, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
that was my first time. That was my first time. I've been all the way out to Arizona. Never been into California.
So you've gotten to see the whole friggin' country. Is there any states you haven't been to yet?
With the van, there's a few. Doing R&I, I've been from Boston to Montana.
Wow.
And everything in between.
Now you also you'll be out in Vegas for MTE, right? You're bringing a van out there?
No, sir.
No,
sir. Chris will be.
Oh, Chris. Okay, good.
Chris is going. I'm going to stay on the road. I know Chris is bringing up the van, and Cade is going to be. As far as I know, Cade is bringing up our other van, the very first van, with product.
Well, cool.
Okay.
Well, good stuff.
You ever do any picking while you're on the road?
Any picking? I wish. That'd be cool. I thought about that, though.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to see some cool stuff and like, hey, pull over and
I will
gas tank out there, or old sign or something.
A few years ago, well, not last year, but the year before when Denver got hit, I was out driving around, and my dad had a distinctive Ford pickup truck. Back in '72, it was called a Ford Ranger F100, which still then was the full size F150 today. Yeah. And it was a cream colored on top of a brown. And
I have one in the shop right now. That's so weird that you're saying that. I literally have one in my shop.
And I saw that out there. I was going to a shop. The guy was in the same building. I went down there and talked to the guy. It was a 73, and my dad was a 72. And I tried to talk him into selling it to me, and he wouldn't do it. It was just sitting there wasting away.
Oh, man.
Now, how often are you pulled over by police? In a big old...
I have yet to be pulled over in this van.
Okay, I'll knock on wood for you.
Knock on wood.
Because, I mean, really, you look like a child molester van driving down the road.
Come on now.
Thank you.
He's a respectable-looking guy.
I appreciate that.
Vince is being mean to you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you got to pick on Vince.
That's Vince. What do you expect?
I think without all the, because most of your stuff on the outside is all magnets, right?
Yes, sir.
And you only put those into place once you get into town, don't you? You're not driving down the interstate with all that on, are you?
Well, I try not to, but when it gets into the summertime and it gets really hot out on the road and you're running into these stops, when you go to pull those magnets off, they will rip. So it's either leave them on and truck down the road, or try taking them off. And if they rip, then you got an empty spot. And it looks weird going down the road with an empty spot.
Well, I'm going to give you a tech tip here, Biggs. Heat kills magnets. So,
yes, they do.
So a lot of people don't know that. That's why, you walk up to Anson over there in Arlington, and those magnets are peeling off the wall a little bit. They've been blasted by the sun.
Yep.
They lose their
When
magnetism.
I went up there the other day to load, they were all curling up.
Yeah. Well, good. Let me ask you this: so you've never been pulled over. I know Chris has, and when we get him on, we gotta find out about that. But hitchhikers, are there still hitchhikers on the road? You ever pick one up?
Never seen them.
Really?
I haven't seen one, and I don't know. I haven't seen one since I drove the
You haven't
semi.
been to California. There's still a lot of them in California.
I can't even say I've even seen them in Colorado, because the majority of them you don't see on the highway anymore because it is illegal.
You're right. Yeah, I guess so.
out on the interstate. But I'll catch them on the on ramps once in a while. But
So before we let you go and get back, I know it's you're 3 hours ahead of us, and we're bothering your sleep at this point. Do you have any juicy stories or anything like that you've seen recently with some technicians that you want to share with us, or are you gonna remain the code of silence?
I've been racking my brain trying to think of something, but nothing really sticks out.
So everyone's behaving themselves out there, just out there making money, huh?
Everybody's out here making money. I mean, this has been a pretty good year this year.
Good.
We've been really, really lucky and really blessed to have a good season going on like this. And, me and Chris both have been just going at it nonstop.
That's awesome. Well, good. Yeah. Well, listen, Biggs, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day, out of your evening, and talking to us. And think up some juicy stories, and we'll get back to you in the future.
Man, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate y'all calling me, and y'all have a great night.
You too. Thanks, Biggs.
Yeah. We'll see y'all
soon. Take care. Drive safe.
Bye.
Okay, yeah, Biggs. He's one that you could pick on a little bit. I didn't want to get into it too badly. But
he's a great guy. He's a lot of fun to hang out with.
Yeah, he is. He's always fun. There's one other call. Daniel, you got a little bit of time on your computer, yeah?
Yeah, I put it on the chat.
Okay.
You know what, Vince? I miss our old friend Myke Toledo. Can we call him?
Yeah, let's call him right now. Let's see if I can get him on the phone.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is this, dude?
Myke, we missed you. We had to call you. Welcome to PDR Tool Time.
Hi, Myke.
Hi, fellas.
Come on.
What's going on?
Oh, not
Don't
much.
you think all your phone calls should be started with wonderful parade music?
Yeah.
I thought the freaking the American flag was going up or something.
Right? Well, it does when you come into the room, you know.
Or like
Starts being raised up. I thought I was going to get a gold
We
medal.
come to attention. We come to attention when you come on, man. Come on.
or like Game of Thrones, right? It was like
we make you feel like a king.
Yes.
Whatever, fellas.
How you feeling? You feeling better? You sound better.
I'm about 80%, and I'm going to go to the doctor Thursday because I think I got a mild case of bronchitis. So.
Yeah, you were pretty down, man. When I saw you last, you looked like death door.
Yeah, last week I didn't post anything. I posted a couple of photos to keep my page alive, but there was no live videos going on at all.
Dude, I told you last week to go to the doctor. I'm going to drive my ass down there and drag you to the urgent care center if I don't see it getting better here.
Dude, you know what sucks is that you can't, or I can't taste. I haven't been able to taste any kind of food for the last 9 days.
That's a big deal for you. You love food.
It is.
Well, it's a good time to go on the diet.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. Trust me.
Yeah.
So we wanted to call and find out what's going on in Myke Toledo land.
Yes. You got MME coming up here that you just advertised.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's plug that, man. What do you got going on there? Where's it at?
Well, it's in Greeley, Colorado at Cole Fox's place.
We love Cole Fox. He's cool.
Yeah, he's doing it up big time over there. He's got probably one of the nicest shops in the United States now. I mean, the place is. He
just remodel or something? Did I see a post, or am I thinking something else?
He's been remodeling. His bathroom looks nicer than my bedroom. So I mean, it's super nice.
Yeah.
Now, Cole's an ex-student of the Mobile Tech. I'm sorry, Mega Media event. Yes, he's been there.
Yeah, he was at the first one.
Yeah.
So, it's crazy that a lot of people are coming back again. So, I mean, that'll tell you something right there.
Well, that's the thing about what you're teaching. It's ever changing. It never stays still. It never does stay the same. And like I think a lot of people, you go to something like that, you're giving so much information and you can only retain so much of it, and people tend to grab on what connects to them at that time. And I think once they master that, they're like, oh, okay, I need to go back for a refresher course and get the next, go up to another level and up my game some. So that says a lot about who's coming back, because they're dedicated to their trade and getting better and growing.
Yeah. If you look back at, I would say from 1 to 3, you look at Dino, Charlie Molina, Gary
Donnie.
Goldner,
Don Cavanaugh.
Don Cavanaugh. You look at these people, and there's just a few. Okay, at Scotto, Scotto's not a big. John Scotto's not a big like in your face like media guy, but he's building behind the scenes. He's building his business up. He's making it himself look polished, and he's taking all the ins and outs, and he's putting all these people are putting together what they've learned there, and you can see them growing. You know what I mean? You can see them getting bigger and building their business and their marketing, and it's wonderful to see that, and that's why they come back, and the people who come for the first time are just blown away. They just don't realize, how much content and what they're seeing and what they're getting all in one shot, so we're pretty excited about it. And like you said, Daniel, everything changes all the time.
Yeah. What worked a year ago with social media or marketing does not necessarily work now with different algorithms that are going on with Facebook or with Google or with ever they're always ever changing.
Yeah,
that's right. And new guys are always becoming. I wouldn't say there's in this business anything can change on a dime. I mean, you don't have to be the best PDR tech to make a lot of money. You really have to be smart on customers in your door or you to go to their door. Take it for instance, Jason Huddleston from Dent Line. Matter of fact, he's going to be one of the speakers, and he knows so much about AdWords. But he's only been in the game about a year and a half, and he's killing it in a very good market that's out there in Houston. So he's going to share his secrets and his tips on that. And I think it's going to be just another really in-your-face, powerful seminar.
Yeah.
Do you have some good cars lined up?
Oh, sorry.
For photos?
Oh, yeah. You know that. We're bringing the photos. David Ricketts, our main photographer. I'll be doing video. We want to probably we're going to do another video interview set. But people liked it so much last time that
was cool.
It's very powerful. And we want to do another version.
Yeah, I've been to 2 of them, and I was at the first one in San Diego, and then I was in Fort Worth last year, and the setup that you have for the pictures is just so incredible. David Ricketts, the photographer, you're like on a scene, like a set for photography.
Yeah, he's got a boom set up. I mean, it's legit.
Yeah, thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and you guys you never go cheap. You never go cheap on anything. I mean, you guys bring the professional stuff in every aspect, whether it's the interviews or the content.
And the one in Fort Worth, man, that rat rod that you guys had, I mean, that thing was all polished out metal, and then the clouds that were in Texas just made the best looking pictures. Vince has got one with his wife that is absolutely gorgeous. She looks stunning, but it's so dramatic with the clouds. And then that car was perfect. I mean, that was unbelievable. You could literally bring that car to every single one, and everybody would want that picture because it's such
they made that into a Matchbox car, didn't they, Mike? That was a Matchbox car. I don't know if you knew that.
I think so.
Is that right?
Wow. Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I have to give Craig some credit on that too, because he was able to get those cars set up for me at the pretty much at the last minute. But it ended up as bonus with motorcycles and things. That's generally how it goes. But Cole's going to be bringing it, man. He's got all types of cars, And we also want to market towards the hail guys too. So if you're a hail guy and you want some hail photos, which is very hard to get. I mean, how many hail cars are good photos have you seen that have hail damage on it with the right light? It's either the car, the hood is lit right, but everything else is dark, or the person's lit right, and then the
you can't see what right. You can't
yeah.
see the hail. It's incredibly hard to take those type of pictures.
Yep. And so we got it down. You know, we understand what you want to see and what you want to portray to the customer, and how you want to market. And that's a perfect photo to market for your Facebook ads, your Instagram, whatever kind of ads you want to put in there. This is what it's for. It's just to help you like stand out from your competition and to help you market that. And one thing, Daniel and Vince, I want to mention is that I don't want to put anything. I wouldn't do anything to promote or want people to come to if I didn't want to do it myself. I mean, I would never hire anybody half-ass or just, you know, winky dinky it. I want to make sure that everybody feels that they're getting the top-notch photography and video and content as best as possible.
And that's the thing with your content, Myke, because this is exactly what you and John, this is how you guys do it. You guys are giving away all your trade secrets.
You guys bring it, man. You guys bring it.
The secrets of how Dent Time and Dent Magic John, how that runs, you guys are bringing that and releasing all that information and content to that group. And I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, if you want to get your Instagram followers up there, John's going to be talking all about that. If you want to talk, what is your goal? And we probably got it covered. And we do want to hear some feedback to it as well. So if you got some ideas on what you guys want to learn, even though we'll probably have it covered, but we'd love to hear your thoughts on it because it is powerful.
Yeah, I got a little tech tip for you. So what I did with my photos, you know, of course you want to put them on your website and all that, but I loaded them up to Costco, and Costco now prints on metal, and you print those prints on metal and they're blown up big. They look frigging outstanding. They look amazing, and it's cheap. I mean, less than $100 to blow it up on a piece of metal, and it just looks stunning in the shop. I have the picture with that Celica up on the wall, and people comment on it all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, whatever floats your boat and whatever you how you want to portray your company to be more professional, it definitely helps. What about your website stuff? You know, it's just huge difference. I mean, on a website.
You know, I got the trail end of the Fort Worth and got a picture with the motorcycle, and that motorcycle is freaking gorgeous. It's this green and black combination, and it's a freaking wicked photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's all about, you know, portraying the professional look and just taking your company to a different level. And there's all types of levels, regardless of if you want to get more popular on social media, or if you want to build your company from within inside and build systems. You know, that's another thing too, is having proper systems in place, especially for you one-man band companies that run your own show. I mean, do you have any systems put in place so you're not running around with your head cut off, so you can actually do more in less time instead of working harder, not smarter?
Sure. All the
and you can help guys redo their whole website, right?
Absolutely. Super fast, quick, speedy websites. We have no complaints on people's websites now. They love the heck out of them, and systems built all inside of them. So you guys know me. I'm not gonna. You guys just have to see it to believe it. To people who are listening, and when they come, you know, it's just well undervalue. You get way more value than what you pay for. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. Now, the other thing too is, and I want to thank you guys while you're there. Once you sign up for Mega Media event, on the tail end of that, stay the extra day. They were graciously enough, excuse me, to let me do the IMI training on Sunday. So if you're there for the Mega Media event, stay the extra day. Sunday,
certified.
get certified during the morning, catch a late flight that evening, and you're leaving with that knowledge as well.
Vince, it's well worth it too, because we do a lot of Teslas, and today John did a Tesla, and he had to watch out for the cables on the front fender.
Yeah.
And it's not, normal for us guys to just want to stick a tool right on its fender, right? Because we think that's the safest probably panel of all of them. But you still got to watch out for them, for the Teslas. Just having that knowledge, just being aware of knowing what to look out for is huge. I mean, it's safety for yourself and for the customer and for the vehicle.
Yeah.
So I think it's 100% well worth it. And if we did have to power down the vehicle, unfortunately for the customer, we'd have to charge them $150, but that's just part of the program, and that's $150 we wouldn't have done.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, and it's a monetizing thing. When I go through the insurance, I'm getting an hour mechanical plus R&I to get to the plugs to unplug them. So, blowing out a component on an electric vehicle or a hybrid vehicle is thousands of dollars compared to, $100 or a couple dollars for a couple fuses. It's not a couple fuses anymore. It's modules that cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah. No, thanks. Better be safe than sorry, and not have to pay anything either.
Oh, did we lose you?
No. It's
okay
on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you coming on and educating people and letting people know that what's the dates again? Remind everybody of the dates, Myke.
October 17th, 18th, 19th, and the 20th is going to be the IMI.
Yeah. So, and with that, where are they going to go to sign up for it, Myke?
DentTrainerMedia.com.
DentTrainerMedia.com. We'll put that up in the show notes as well for our listeners. And we'll probably have Myke back on, talk about. Hold on.
Yep, you're cutting out there. Got some technical difficulties.
My cord is loose.
Oh, no, you get. Hey, don't forget to hit that marker, and then your place.
Nevertheless, we're.
What is going on? Hold on.
Hello.
Hold on.
Yep. What'd you do, man?
Hold on. You there? Everyone there?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got a bad. God damn it.
Bad connecto?
Yeah, I got a bad connection on my wire here. It's freaking out.
You're glitching.
At least you got most of it down.
You have to edit.
Damn it. Hold on. Are you guys there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So,
why is it repeating?
What's repeating?
You are. I hear 3 of everything you say.
I'm fine. I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either on my end.
I hear it.
Okay, well, we'll wrap it up. And hey, Myke, thanks for coming on the show. I'm sure we're going to have you on here before Mega Media comes on again, talking about tools or whatever, and talking about how it's going with Mega Media.
Perfect. We'll talk about Vegas, too.
Oh, yes, Vegas.
All right.
Hi, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
All right,
We'll see you, Myke.
Bye.
Okay, let's call David.
Hey.
David. All right, David Schwimmer. I don't have his number. You're gonna have
it's
to
up on the chat.
Oh, got it right there. So go ahead and talk for a minute while I get that all dialed up.
Look at that, man. Daniel just nailed that one. Had the number already. Got Bent sleeping at the wheel.
So did you, John, did you see my post I did about the new pogo stick, Carbon Tech pogo stick, the Grominator?
Yes, I did. Now you're on like version, you kind of gone through a couple of versions. So what version are you on now?
2, and we're working on 3.
Okay.
So we're still doing a little bit of refining, but basically for guys out there, haven't seen the post. So basically we're making an attachment that goes on to the Carbon Tech Red. Basically we're making attachments for the Carbon Tech rod so that it does everything but the kitchen sink. He made a broom attachment. He made a shovel attachment for Christina for the groundbreaking. And now we're going to have a pogo stick attachment. And this allows you to do glue pulling like you've never done it before. And you're going to be able to finally use some of the cam auto with this as well. And basically you leverage off the front tires or the rear tire of a car. You can bridge between the two tires if you have like a long 2x4. I have my T slot. I have two pieces that slide together and bridge that so I can go in between the car. But basically you can leverage off the car. It gives you tremendous amount of leverage. And in the video, I had this huge dent, and in two pulls, I used the serpentine tab from Kiko. And in two pulls, I had the majority of the meat out of this dent and saved myself hours and hours of time that you'd be on that. That's
a whole wheel well. It caved in the wheel well. What is that, on a Toyota?
It was a Honda Civic.
Oh, okay. The new Honda Civic.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole wheel well. So he's got the Kiko tab,
the
serpentine running that. Yeah, that serpentine tab running right down the body line of that wheel well. Yeah. And then he's just leveraging off of, and for those of you that have never used a pogo stick, you kind of lock a chain onto it, and then it's a matter of making sure getting your slack just right, but then you just slowly walk out that damage.
Yeah. And you can change the length of the chain, and that changes the angle that you're pulling. So you can pull up, you can pull down, you can pull straight.
Yep.
Well, Daniel, once you release these things, you're going to have to put more videos up, because I'm one of those that have never used a pogo stick. And you sent it to me, and I immediately put it to work. But I'm like, I feel like I'm doing this wrong. So
I will post more.
Yeah.
I will.
So, post more videos that you're not going to answer questions to, please. So I got David all queued up here. Let me give him a call. You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? Myke is the first bastard that did not answer the phone. We've had really good luck.
Come on, that's no surprise.
Yeah. He's still under the weather.
You should have texted him first.
Hello?
Hey, David.
He's on.
David Schwimmer, are you there? You're on live with PDR Tool Time with Vince and John Renston. How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you guys?
Doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Doing great.
So for you guys out there that don't know, David Schwimmer owns Dent Stuff and has some fantastic tools. Kind of the new kid on the block for tool makers, so to speak. But man, you came out with some really nice, the Carbon Tech rod that you guys have.
Carbon fiber rod,
telescopic carbon rod was something that was really unique. Why don't you tell us about it? David?
Yeah. Sorry, are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh,
can you hear
us? Apparently Vince shut you off there just a little bit. So
how was that me?
I don't know.
I didn't shut him off.
It went real quiet there for a second.
Oh, okay.
So can you tell us about your carbon rod?
So it's a telescoping carbon fiber rod. There's two sizes of it. One goes to about 6 feet. The other one goes to 8 feet. And they're different because we have basically a groove machined into our carbon fiber with a ball bearing that rolls in it that won't let the telescoping part twist inside the outer part.
And that was that's a big deal, because guys that have tried that before, that was the problem, and they guys probably won't know that until you actually show it to them or tell them about it. And that's what really sets yours apart from everybody else's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've done hail for 20 years, and I think my first carbon fiber rod that I used was, I don't know, maybe 2010.
Right.
It was in Australia. It had the problem where you telescope it out and twist it tight, but when you go to push on a dent, it would untwist itself.
Yeah, spin all the time. That was my number one thing that I hated on the collapsing rods, and you seem to have really solved that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And then and then this year you kind of upgraded it, and you made it so you can put basically tips on the end piece that are like a regular PDR tool rod, and one of them was, well, my request was a removable tip, and the reason I wanted that is to use it on truck beds. So your smaller one, how long does that one get? The smaller one?
6 feet plus whatever tip you put out the end of it. So with that, it'd be about 6.5 feet.
So that's one that I tend to go with when I'm working on a Dodge truck. So when you take out the tail light of a Dodge truck, it doesn't give you a lot of room in there. And I slip one of those pump up airbags in there to spread it open a little bit more. And that little 6-foot rod is perfect for about the middle of the wheel well back to the tail light.
Yeah, but I've done actually the 8-foot rod in the box side of the Dodge.
Yeah, you can get it in there. Yeah, definitely. In fact, I did a Ford truck today with it, and it was an F-150 aluminum one. And I mean, talk about tough, because that aluminum is pretty tough to work on.
Yeah, and so and our carbon fiber, you don't have to be careful with our carbon fiber up against taillight pockets or metal hangers or anything. It's pretty hard.
So I'm going to go ahead and pimp your website here. It's dentstuff.com. And I think you guys need to just hop on there. Again, that's dentstuff.com. And take a look at some of the stuff that he's got on here. Now, I got a chance to meet David in person and see some of this stuff earlier this year when I stopped in Colorado. And he's got, I'm looking at his strong arm telescoping hood stand arms. And then you also have another one that you pull the chair foot off the end of your arm for your hood stand, and you've got it where you can switch it from either horizontal or vertical, correct? And hold bolt down a hood or a door.
Yeah, you can use them for doors or tailgates or hoods. So it all goes through the same. It's just one thumb screw. You can flip it from horizontal, basically, for a hood or a trunk, to vertical for a door.
Yeah, and that thing works really well.
Yeah,
that's a nice little attachment. Simple.
And when you're talking about,
turned out really well.
When you're talking about strong, I mean, when we had our little drunk tour review back in MTE, I was pretty drunk, and I'm like, "Give me that damn thing. Let's see how strong it is." And I'm bouncing up and down on it, on
the carbon rod. Yeah,
on the carbon rod. It flexed a little bit, but it wasn't breaking.
But
170
we had
pounds
it out there at 8 feet, and Vince is tightrope walking this thing in the room when I took the video.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure if I would have done that.
Strong.
The other advantage is, if you've worked with some of the other rods out there, it has zero play in it. I mean, this thing has zero play, and that's one of the advantages I think you have over some of the other competition. So it's definitely one to think about.
Yeah, everything we come out with either tightens down or clamps or does something to get rid of any play when you attach it. So,
very nice. Now,
we'll have a bunch of other accessories coming out for them.
What's the price of the hood attachments?
The actual brackets?
Yeah,
they're $149, I think, right now.
Yep. Which is really inexpensive, way to go to basically, be able to bolt down any of your hoods and stuff.
And everything we have is machined out of a solid block of billet aluminum.
Yeah. And because you got one bracket that does a couple of different things, you can mount it horizontal or vertical. You're not carrying a lot of extra stuff. Really, really good for hail chasers, and guys that are remote, that are bouncing from shop to shop. If you pull a door off or you pull a hood off, you never know what you're going to get into as you're being completely mobile. One piece of aluminum.
And Now on the
Yep, and then
carbon,
the actual. Sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, so the actual bolt down bracket itself, you can unbolt it. The part that would actually the bolt for the hood would go through, and that we're working on some more attachments to where you could latch it into stuff and clamp down some other stuff with the same block.
Very nice. Now,
Everything
what's
takes so
your
long
carbon?
to get from idea to production.
Now, what's your carbon rod sell for? So people know.
So actually, we just came out with a one-piece carbon rod. It's 60
Is that
inches.
now the
It takes all the
quad pipe?
Yep. Yeah. It's a one-piece 60-inch. It goes for $449 and everything. All our rods now come with a set of edgy tips and a carrying case.
And how's your production going? Are you back ordered, or I know it's hail season. There's lots of tools going out there.
Yeah, I know. It's a horrible time to be out of stock. So we have stock of the one piece. We're probably 2 weeks out on the telescoping ones. So
Awesome.
they're coming as fast as I can get them.
And do
Yeah.
you?
So everything's.
Is there any other retailers that carry them, or other places to get them besides the website?
Right now it's just the website and a couple other distributors, but everybody's out of stock on them, right?
Gotcha.
So
Yeah. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, when they're back in stock, there'll be, I think there's 4 or 5 distributors in the U.S., then one in Australia, one in Canada.
Okay.
Some
So,
people in the
and
UK.
just so you guys know, he sells his 8-foot and 6-foot together in a kit. So you don't have to add both to the cart. You can just buy them both all in one click of your mouse and have it all delivered to your house as soon as they come back in stock. But you can get the 8-footer and the 6-footer, and they're both collapsible. So when they're collapsed, they're about half that length.
Yep, just a little bit over half. So the
Okay.
6-foot will be a little over 3, almost 4 feet, and the 8-foot will be a little over 4, almost 5 feet.
All right. Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
and any of them fit in that carrying bag that comes with it.
Yeah. And then if you guys want a solid one piece, you got a 60-inch quad pipe in there. I see you also have a hangman cross brace, and it looks like your cross brace is doing a little bit different. You've got optional where you can have the rope ratchet or just a steel hook into it.
Yep, and then there's actually a kind of a tapered metal. It's a little bit more than 90, but it'll go up into pretty much any hole, either under a hood. You can use it crossbar on the side of a hood. It'll go into like the rails, like where the airbags are, going across like an SUV, and that way there's like zero play to it when it telescopes out.
Yeah, and it telescopes out just like your rods do. That's cool.
Yep. Same.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Well,
the
David,
cool thing about
go ahead.
We have just a slight time delay. We start talking over each other.
Sorry.
The cool thing about the pick attachments that come out the end of the rods, just in line with the rod, is that you can get them in a tighter area because you're not coming out at 90 degrees. It's coming out the end, and then you can it gives you another, half a foot of rod, and it doesn't make the head any bulkier.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say I appreciate you coming on the show and telling folks a little bit about what you're doing. And are you going to be in Vegas?
Yep. Yeah, we got a booth in
Okay.
Vegas, and we're working on hopefully another handful of new tools that will probably debut there. So.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. I'm actually running out of battery life on my computer, and I'm hosting the show, so we've got to kind of rush things a little bit. So I apologize a little bit for you, but appreciate you coming on the show, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you guys.
All right, thanks, man.
David. Yeah, that was a good time. Yeah, David's got a lot of stuff. I hadn't been on his website before.
Yeah, he makes some good tools, definitely. So, all right, guys, don't forget to level up your tools.
don't do stupid stuff like break backup cameras.
And keep it stiff. Thanks for listening.